hello. My hair is a mess because I've just come back from Portsmouth, where I was visiting my mum. And in a very her way today, she at one point accused me of stealing her vape as a joke, but she accused me while completely out of breath, like, "You take my vape," which was hilarious. And she said, "You're going to tell people about this?" And I said, "Yeah, probably." And here we are. That's not the point. The point is that on my way back from the station, there was a man sort of zigzagging ahead of me who I think we could say had probably had a few sherries. And he was zig. And he was holding a chihuahua, but kind of a chihuahua in that, like, it's in like a fluffy jumper, and you know that people get like formal invites to his birthday party. Had that energy, and he had that energy with the connection with the dog. Zigzagging towards me, and as he got to me, he sort of brandished the chihuahua into the air and said, "Dog!" I said, "Yes." He said, "Yes," and then sort of lifted the chihuahua again, as that looked like that. He sort of swayed on his merry way, and someone shouting "dog" at me in the street has reminded me that a few weeks ago, I was sort of bundled up walking down the street, sort of hat, glasses, scarf. You can't really see my face. And a man who, if I was being generous, I would refer to as being unwell, sort of like leant into me as I got towards him and said, "Dog," to me, which is objectively hilarious. Not just because he couldn't see my face, but also people in glass houses. But that is why I'm here, because I would like to impart some, not wisdom, but a thing you can do with your loved ones. Is that if you are walking down the street, perusing a market, shopping with friends, it's a loved one, someone you're very fond of. It only works if you're fond of them. You mustn't do this to strangers. And you see a shop and you say, "That looks lovely. It's a shame you can't go in there." And they'll say, "What do you mean I can't go in there?" And you say, "No dogs allowed." And that's how you should treat your loved ones. Anyway, I hope you've had a lovely weekend and that you have a lovely week. Though I can't force you to, so if you decide not to, well, that's your own choice. Goodbye!